It's bigger to me than anyone else.
Every decision we make here, whether it's right or wrong, they are always done with what we think is in the best long-term interest of the University of Nebraska and our athletic department.
We haven't been winning here, okay? But I wouldn't say it's a losing culture. A losing culture is kids that don't come to work. Now, these kids don't play in a lot of tight games. Now we got to figure out how to get them over the hump.
I like people who hate to lose more than they enjoy winning. This place will always be bigger than any one person.
When I said Nebraska was favored by 37, I didn't mean the first half. It's 34-0. It's 4:47 to go, and the Huskers are stocking another one.
Martinez fires. Touchdown, Nebraska. Omar Manning. Yo, Adrian. 21 yards.
Jones drills the ball. Oh, it is intercepted. Amukamara. And he is still at his feet at the 10, inside the 5. And down to the 1.
Rogers deep for Nebraska. Here's Wiley's kick. It's high. It holds up there. Rogers takes the ball at the 30. He's hit and got away. Back upfield to the 35, to the 40. He's to the 45. He's to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, to the 20, to the 10. He's all the way home.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in. It is Nebraska and Oklahoma. Ooh.
How's it feel?
Rico, that feels good.
That was a good one.
I'm proud of that.
You did a great job.
That took a little bit to put together. I'm not going to lie.
I am proud of you.
But holy smokes, inject that into my veins. As Houston Pepper Champion says, inject this open into my veins.
Who put this clip together? It's great, GBR, says Tater.
Absolutely.
Byron,
goosebumps.
the intro, goosebumps.
Let us know. Should we play it at the next? So we intro to Zack Carpenter that way?
Seems a little long.
It is long. That's the only problem. But welcome in. It's the happy hour. We get you ready for Nebraska, Oklahoma right here.
Honestly, if we wanted to, how do you think DP and J would take? Like, all we have to do is switch the happy hour.
Honestly,
for old school,
they probably would be all for
and then
it.
the end, just
we could do it the rest of the
hosts,
day.
DP and J.
We could honestly do that. That'd be a simple fix. Everything's
Do you
saved
think
in the
they'd be?
computer.
I mean, it's a really long intro. You think they'd be okay with it?
It is a really long intro, but just at the top of the hour,
should I just text them and be like, "Hey, how do you feel about a 2-minute long intro?"
that gets you pumped up for Nebraska, Oklahoma. We got to make sure that they understand that it's
Yeah.
Nebraska, Oklahoma. It's relevant to that. They're going to be at Bourbon.
They are. It's going to go over the speakers.
See, look at this. Unnamed texter. This is the most fired up I've been. Goosebumps all over. This is what we like to see. Tater says, do it. Joe B says, great intro. Need to add man, woman, and child. I know. There was a couple little things that we could have cleaned up or added to it. But I watched I'm not going to lie, Rico. When I was making this, I made it on Wednesday, and it's been tough to kind of keep it.
Just having it sit there waiting.
Yeah, because it's been, I mean, we had to play it on Friday, right? And it's been tough to hold back, but that was where we watched all the old Nebraska, Oklahoma football.
Oh, yeah, we were getting a lot of stuff, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, man, I'm juiced up. I'm ready for Nebraska, Oklahoma, Rico. Welcome in. It's the happy hour. Nick Sainert, Enrique Alvarez Clary hanging out with you guys. 402-464-5685, the Honda Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line, both of those open for you guys the entire show today. Got a lot to get to in a little amount of time. We got to do predictions today. We are going to talk Nebraska, Oklahoma, obviously. And then we're going to be joined by Zack Carpenter of Inside Nebraska at 1:30 today to kind of break down some of the visitors that's coming to town this weekend, some other things that are going on throughout Nebraska football. And there's a weird amount of confidence and excitement before tomorrow's game.
Do you think it also helps that there's like a ton of former Huskers in town for this game? Like VJ had, I don't know, like 8 former Huskers in here.
So here's the thing.
At one point.
Here's the thing, Rico.
And all I hear from him and from Terrell is that, you know, they all their friends are back in town and they're all going to hang out. They're doing this, they're doing that. Terrell was telling me how busy downtown was with a bunch of Oklahoma fans.
Yep.
But then also a bunch of former Huskers. So it's the the juice, the hype in the city of Lincoln is, due to maybe the change in head coach, maybe the just how large this game is, the fact that a top 10 team is in town, the fact that a bunch of former Huskers are in town to kind of just get back to feeling good about this rivalry based on respect that hasn't been played in quite some time.
I heard through the grapevine that they might be possibly bringing back the 97 title team. And they might be honoring them tomorrow. Don't quote me on that, but that was something that a little birdie told me a couple months back. Now, I don't know if that came to fruition, but that could be a big reason why there's a lot of people here. And just here's the thing. They don't play Oklahoma until 2029. And Raph made a good point this morning. We don't know if that's actually going to happen. We don't know if that 2029 and 2030 home series for Nebraska versus Oklahoma is actually going to happen because we don't know what college football looks like in 7 years. So this could be the time here or for the foreseeable future, this could be the final time that Nebraska and Oklahoma play, depending on if it's going to be a competitive game or not. It's going to be interesting to see. Corey and Lincoln makes a really good point. Bringing back the 97 title team a week after they fire the 97 quarterback. That is what I said. Unfortunately,
look, things were planned in advance.
Yeah,
some things were not planned in advance.
And one of the things that was not planned in advance was looking for a new head coach or having an interim head coach.
It was a 1-2 start
in week 4.
It was a 1-2 start. That was not supposed to happen.
We did not see that
week
coming.
3.
Thank you. That's true. Game 4, ahead of game 4.
Just a little bit different.
So before the jokes come out, I'm guessing that if they are honoring the 97 team, the quarterback will not be in attendance. Understandably so. It's probably good.
Wondering how they show highlights.
Just a little. Oh, he's got to be involved. Like, that's the thing when we look at this. I think for me personally, there's no hard feelings. There isn't.
No.
We just kind of walked away from this thing saying it just didn't work. It just didn't work. There's no hard feelings for me personally. I don't know. So I just think it's kind of interesting to we sit away and I think it's okay to just sit here and say it just didn't work. No hard feelings. Mm-hmm. Maybe there was a couple things that needed to change and now they're changed and hopefully for the better. Here we go.
A couple years down the line, he'll come back.
He'll be like that has no problem.
The next time they honor the 97 team, he'll be there with them.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Oh, excuse me. Okay, Vershawn just texted me. He said they're going to be honoring the 71 national championship team, not the 97. So there you go. All right. Thank you. No worries. Thank you, VJ. Yeah, so we're all clear. VJ's listening. VJ is listening. Hello, VJ. VJ, text me. What'd you think of the Open, man? Because I feel like that's
Do you want to hear it again?
I do, but I no, we can't. We can't just sit them through it.
VJ, am I wrong when I said that there were 12 former Huskers in this studio at one time?
There were a lot of people here. I walked in about 12:30 or so, and I was like, holy crap, it's a party. And one of them was like, yeah, man, welcome to it. I was
welcome to the party.
Okay. So
it was a blast.
No, but if Rashawn, if you are listening, let us know. Will you did you like the Open? And if you didn't hear it, he says play it again. He missed it. We can't play it again. Man, that's too bad.
AD says the opening was fire.
How about that? Appreciate it, AD. Thank you, man.
We could play it again.
Should we just play it again at the next commercial break?
No, because we have our Friday rejoins.
That's true. We have a lot of stuff planned for just an hour show.
Look, we can play it right now and then get to our picks quickly.
Okay, so we'll play. Okay, people are wanting to play it again. Okay, so here we go. Here's the Friday opening. Ready for some goosebumps. If you heard it the first time, sorry. Not the stats, not that one. There it is. All right, here we go. So here's the Friday opening ahead of Nebraska and Oklahoma that will play right after this. We will get to our picks and then get to Zack Carpenter of Inside Nebraska. Here it is. Get you ready.
This is the happy hour.
This is about Nebraska football. It's bigger to me than anyone else.
Every decision we make here, whether it's right or wrong, they are always done with what we think is in the best long-term interest of the University of Nebraska and our athletic department.
We haven't been winning here, okay? But I wouldn't say it's a losing culture. A losing culture is kids that don't come to work. Now, these kids don't play in a lot of tight games. Now we got to figure out how to get them over the hump.
I like people who hate to lose more than they enjoy winning. This place will always be bigger than any one person.
When I said Nebraska was favored by 37, I didn't mean the first half. It's 34-0. It's 4:47 to go, and the Huskers are stocking another one.
Martinez fires. Touchdown, Nebraska. Omar Manning. Yo, Adrian. 21 yards.
Jones drills the ball. Oh, it is intercepted. Amukamara. And he is still on his feet at the 10, inside the 5, and down to the 1.
Rogers deep for Nebraska. Here's Wiley's kick. It's high. It holds up there. Rogers takes the ball at the 30. He's hit and got away. Back upfield to the 35, to the 40. He's to the 45. He's to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, to the 20, to the 10. He's all the way home.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, so there it is. If
Once
you don't,
again, for all of you.
Big Bird says goosebumps in all caps. Richie Rich says tears. Tater is literal goosebumps. Big Bird says searching for the nearest brick wall to run through. This is exactly what we want.
This is what we wanted.
This is exactly what we want.
Will we make this for every game? No, we won't.
No, we can't. We can't, unfortunately.
Can we make this for Michigan?
Maybe. See, the best part about this one is that nobody knew it was coming.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody had any idea.
Oh,
that
don't
it was
worry.
coming.
Everybody will forget by the time it comes around.
Mouth of the South says, "Will say, great intro, Nick. You finally did something right." I appreciate that, Mouth of the South. That means a lot coming from you. I appreciate it. Mouth of the South's always there to tear me down.
Always.
This time, they're finally picking me up.
Here for you.
Appreciate it, Mouth of the South. Tater says, "Make the team." Listen to that. Maybe I don't know. I do think maybe we should make it DP's intro for today if he'd be okay with it.
I'm just gonna. How long is it?
2:39. But that okay. So it's make it.
I'm
Like,
just
say
gonna
2 minutes because that
Yeah.
Silver Scrapes, the game day
Yeah.
song, goes for like 45 seconds.
I'm just gonna text him and say, "Would you be okay with an Oklahoma Nebraska themed 2-minute intro?"
Yeah, featuring Mickey Joseph and Trev Alberts clips.
No, I'm not gonna put all that. I'm gonna ask him.
He's gonna ask for context.
I know. Well, he doesn't. Look, he might be listening. There's his
Maybe he
context.
is. So, that's awesome. Fritz says, "Let's bleep and go." That's good to see. Good. I'm happy. That's good. I'm glad it went over well. You know, there's a little bit of Hogan says downtown is definitely buzzing. It's busy down here. Oklahoma vehicles driving around with their car flags out. It's game on. There's a big. I'm extremely pumped for tomorrow's pregame show at Tipsy Tina's.
Oh, it's gonna be wild.
It's going to be electric.
I have seen, honestly, on my drive to work this morning, I saw like 12 Oklahoma plates.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know what's
How
going
about
on.
that?
I don't know why you're out so early.
So what's interesting is the team is staying in Omaha.
Yes,
but there's a lot of fans obviously
are here.
staying in
They're
Lincoln,
not gonna stay
right?
in
They're not
Omaha.
going to stay in
I
Omaha
wouldn't
unless
stay
they
in
want to.
Omaha.
Unless they want to stay with the team.
No,
they could.
I wouldn't want to stay in Omaha because I mean, if you know anything about the traffic for game day, I would not want to stay in Omaha and try to drive.
That's a
in
good
for
point.
game
Yeah,
day.
on I-80.
Hard pass.
Oklahoma's going to have to get up at like 6 a.m.
That
tomorrow.
was my thought process: is how early do they have to get up and get on the road?
And that's something that Chris told me yesterday. Chris Blank of Sooners Radio Network is he's like, listen, you're going to be an hour away now, and that's pushing everything back. So it's going to be interesting to kind of see. Yeah, it's going to be kind of interesting to see how they respond if there's any lagging from Oklahoma early on, and let's hope Nebraska gets a fast start tomorrow.
Yeah, the Brent Venables strategy of making them uncomfortable could backfire.
Could backfire.
I'm hoping it backfires.
OG Les Lancaster is driving behind an Oklahoma fan right now on Vine Street. Nice. There you go.
Go drive up next to him and just give him a nice thumbs up.
Or-
Don't do
or
anything rude. Just give him a nice thumbs up.
or play them the intro.
Yeah, I hope you recorded it.
Yeah, I'd record it.
Let me know when you're next to him and you have your window down.
And then tell them to sit there for 2 minutes and 39
Tell them
seconds.
to change their station over, and we'll play it again for them.
Paul asks, anybody keeping an eye open in Beatrice for Oklahoma's arrival? Unfortunately, they're not staying in
Beatrice.
I would love if they could stay in Beatrice. Oklahoma fan next to me on South Street. Okay.
Tell
so
them to
just
switch to the radio station.
Let us know where Oklahoma fans are.
Yeah,
If you keep tabs on all of them.
If you run into any Oklahoma fans, tell them to tune in.
Yeah. Perfect. OG Les Lancaster asked them, do I toss them a Busch Light?
Yes.
You have a Busch Light in your car, OG
Yeah.
Les Lancaster?
Also, if you toss them a Busch
Interesting.
Light and they open it,
Interesting.
call the cops.
Call the cops. Tell them there's an Oklahoma fan driving on Vine Street with an open Busch
How
Light.
dare they?
Come on. We need all the help we
But
can
also,
get tomorrow.
don't do that. We should do our picks.
Yeah, should we do our picks?
Yeah, before we get to Zack Carpenter.
Play the music.
Before, you got me on the. Wait a second.
You're goosebumped up.
I'm not sure how I feel about that one. There it is.
I knew that. I knew that would get you. All right. So just
Not really sure how I feel about that one.
it's a Friday show right here. Welcome to it. All right. So week 1 recap. I went 3-6 overall in my picks. Rico went 2-7.
All bad.
We go by the spread, not just the winners. So that makes it a little more difficult. And we do them a little bit different here. We make sure that we include the college football game and the NFL game with the biggest spread.
The worst games. The games that nobody's going to bet on.
There's a couple in here that I would bet on.
Oh, come on.
Okay, we'll start with NFL football first.
All right.
We pick 9 games, 4 college plus Nebraskas and 4 NFL. First up for the NFL. I need a pen. Can you toss me a pen, please? Thank you. All right. First up, New England Patriots at noon travel to Pittsburgh. And the Patriots are a 2-point favorite over the Steelers.
The Patriots need this one. If they lose, it's a very bad start. I'm going to go with New England, even though Mac Jones has a back injury.
Okay.
He's just at practice.
I am going to take the Steelers to cover the 2-point spread. Next up, the Washington Commanders at the Detroit Lions. The Lions are a 1-point favorite.
Washington outright.
Okay, well, that'd be,
Yeah,
covering the spread.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to go with the Lions. So we got 2 different picks already in our first 2 games.
Love it.
Cincinnati Bengals at the Dallas Cowboys. This one surprised me a little bit, as the Cowboys are a 7-point favorite.
No. Cincinnati wins.
Cincinnati wins.
I'm not even. Don't even worry about it.
Okay,
Cincinnati
so
wins outright.
we're going by spread, so you
I
have
know.
to understand.
I know.
This one's tough because is Dak out?
Yes. Dak is out for multiple weeks.
Okay, so I'm going to go with Bengals as
That's
well.
what I was saying. It's not tough.
Okay, so we're both taking Bengals plus 7 on that one. Last NFL game, the biggest spread, or tied for the biggest spread going into this week, Houston Texans at the Denver Broncos. The Broncos are a 10-point favorite.
Ooh, okay. Houston is just bad. That actually surprisingly good.
I'm not sure about that. I think people don't give Davis Mills enough credit, Rico.
I think Russell Wilson and his new head coach just kind of had an off day.
Nathaniel Hackett?
Yeah, had an off day against Seattle. I think Denver gets it done.
I'm going to take.
I think they win by a decent amount.
Man, 10 is what I've learned is 10 is a
lot
lot in the NFL.
Yeah.
10 is a lot in the NFL.
Shout out to
It's
Justin Herbert.
a 325 game. You're taking the Broncos by 10.
I am.
Gosh, they could win by 14. That's seems pretty reasonable. I'm going to go with the Broncos as well.
All
Nick
right.
and Rico both taking Broncos by 10. All right. So on to college football. It's a pretty big spread. Georgia is a 25-point favorite on the road at South Carolina against Spencer Rattler and the Gamecocks.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I know nothing about South Carolina.
They also have a guy.
They're not very good.
Oh shoot, I messed up. Thank you, Corey and Lincoln.
Bengals are favored.
The Bengals are favored by 7.5. So it's the Cowboys plus 7.5.
DP texted me back. He's okay with with a 2-minute intro.
That's exactly.
So we're gonna have to change it.
Perfect.
In a break. Yeah. South Carolina is not that good. Spencer Rattler, I think, is I think he's a good quarterback, but apparently is not playing that well for the Gamecocks.
Timeout. We got to go back to this.
Okay.
The Bengals, are we taking them as 7.5 point favorites?
Yes.
Okay, I would take that as well. On the road at Dallas.
Yes.
Okay. So we're still keeping there.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Georgia 24,
25.
25. Oh, that's a lot.
4 touchdowns.
That is a lot.
Don't forget what they
South
did.
Carolina.
You're taking South
South
Carolina?
Carolina to cover.
I'm going to take Georgia because I
talked me out of it.
I saw what they did against Oregon, and Oregon's bad. Speaking of Oregon, somehow they are still ranked after getting demolished. What was it, like 49-3 in week 0, week 1? They are ranked 25th, and they host 12th ranked BYU coming off of their win against Baylor. The Ducks and Bo Nix are a 3.5-point favorite. This game immediately following Nebraska and Oklahoma at 2:30 on Fox. So Oregon, a 3.5-point favorite over BYU at home.
BYU just beat Baylor. Oregon is bad. I love Bo Nix.
Oregon, I'm taking BYU.
Of course you are.
I'm taking BYU on the road. I think Oregon's bad.
Big Cougar fan.
Oh, yeah? Is that...
I know what I said.
Okay. we got plenty of audio for a new rejoin here just in this first segment. All right, a couple more before we get to break. Louisiana Monroe, the biggest spread of the weekend.
All right.
Louisiana Monroe at number 2 Alabama. Alabama is a 49.5-point favorite. Coming off of a scare against Texas.
They're going to be angry.
They are, but 50 points.
I'm sorry, Monroe.
Louisiana Monroe is a 1-1 on the year.
Alabama already let me down. They're 0-1 against, or they're 1-1 against the spread.
Okay.
Give me Monroe. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Rico's got Monroe.
Let's do it. Alabama let me down against
You know what
Texas.
I'm doing? I'm
You're
going Bama.
Yeah, of course you are.
By 50. Okay.
Are we opposite on everything almost?
Every single pick has been opposite except the Bengals and the Broncos.
Perfect.
All right, next up, Nevada travels to Iowa City. And keep in mind that Iowa has scored a total of 14 points all season long. Iowa, against the Wolfpack, are 24-point favorites. 6:30 p.m. kickoff on BTN.
They have to hold Nevada to negative 17 points. And I don't think they're going to do that. I think Nevada covers.
You can't go back.
Honestly, I think Nevada wins.
No, Rico. All right, so that'll be we got to figure out a side bet today.
You have your super lock.
Like
gives
game day does.
Gives you an extra point.
Okay, super lock.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna take I'm gonna take Nevada as well. So, and actually, that's gonna be my super lock as well to cover the 24.
Okay.
So supers for both of us. Okay. Last but not least, number 6 Oklahoma at Nebraska. Big noon kickoff, 11 a.m. is the kick. Oklahoma, as of 32 minutes ago, was an 11-point favorite.
I'm not going to give my final score prediction, but I think Nebraska covers.
I do too. All right. There it is. So take it to Vegas. You guys know what to do.
There you go.
Take it to Vegas.
Or don't.
Take it to Vegas, and if anything, take Nevada to cover the 24-point spread against Iowa.
Yeah, definitely do that.
That is unbelievable. 24-point spread against Iowa. I wonder what the over-under is. We're late. I feel bad for Zack. I got to text him. Let me find the over-under here for Iowa, Nebraska, or Iowa, Nevada.
XO Mount Hood says, honestly, Iowa will just run the ball and score 28 points. I don't
maybe, or they'll run the ball and get stopped a couple times, and they'll win like the game 17-3.
Or they'll win the game 7-3.
Honestly, or 7-0.
If Iowa scores more than one touchdown, even against Nevada, I will be surprised.
Okay, so the spread just dropped, but we got it at 24.
Yep.
We got it at 24. The spread is now 22.5.
Ooh, interesting.
It dropped a point and a half in 30 minutes. Holy smokes. Okay, here we go. The over-under is 39.5. The over-under, the spread that we got was 24.
That's not happening.
And the over-under was 39.
That's not happening.
So, all right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll be joined by Zack Carpenter of Inside Nebraska, talk about Mickey Joseph, talk a little recruiting, and we'll discuss all that and more. Coming up next with Zack on the Happy Hour on 93.7 The Ticket.
Follow Nick and Enrique on Twitter at Nick_Sainert and at Radio Rico AC. More of Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Join us on Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. at Bourbon Street as we get you ready for Saturday's game against Oklahoma. Old School with Jay Foreman and DP goes from 4 to 6 p.m. Stop by for some of the best drinks and Cajun food in town at Bourbon Street at 8th and Q.
People first is more than a nice sentiment. At American Senior Benefits, it's the mission. If you're ready for a career where you can truly put your customers' needs ahead of everything else, this is for you. American Senior Benefits is one of the leading senior market insurance product distributors in the country, and they're looking for high-energy applicants with strong communication skills. Enjoy on-the-job training, a fun work environment, and unlimited income potential. Visit asbmidwest.com to learn more. American Senior Benefits.
Fall has arrived, and it's the perfect weather for the DIY market to listen to the game while building a deck. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smooth. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671 or go online at deckcityne.com.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Wow. Did you ever save me money on my car?
Yes, that's why our customers keep coming back.
How do you do it, friendly car dealer ?
We simply have low overhead and high trade-in values. The next line's yours.
Oh.
Ready for something better? Mullen Motors is a no-hassle, no-pressure dealership with financing available. Check out the inventory at MikeMullenMotors.com.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew live from Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Brought to you by A1 Automotive, Mullen Motors, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Bauer Underground, then Bliker with Professional Realty Group, and Ritchie Brothers.
Another packed fall sports season means it's time to get to N Street Drive-In to fill up on all your beverage needs. Right now, they have tons of Oktoberfest beers, and you can check out their Odell Brewing, Imperium Brewing, and Sam Adams selections as their beers of the month. Also, make sure to download the new N Street Drive-In app to order online and to set up delivery right to your front door. And don't forget their top-notch crowler fill system. N Street Drive-In, your one-stop beverage stop at 1801 O Street.
We stand on the shoulders of women who came before us.
Women who fought for their own financial futures.
And now it's our turn.
Join us. Visit WeSaySaveIt.org and take control of your financial future by saving for retirement.
A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Now back to the happy hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into the happy hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert and Rico back with you guys. 402-464-5685, the Honda Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. Both those open for you guys. We go to the phone line now, where we're joined by Zack Carpenter of Inside Nebraska. Zack, what's up, man? It's been a while. How's life treating you?
Well, like your guys' intro song lead into me, I got what they waiting for. They ain't got nothing on me, so we're ready to roll.
Zack,
okay. I figure I love that song. I was feeling a little tired today, but now I got the motivation. It's been a it's been a wild week.
Yeah.
Sunday was obviously insane, and then everything since then has just been one thing after another, like it always is. But it's an interesting time. Good time to come on the beat, honestly, with all the storylines and angles.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, it keeps it kind of
Fresh
interesting
and
and fresh,
exciting.
I suppose. But we're joined by Zack Carpenter of Inside Nebraska. When you look at tomorrow's game, I mean, there's this weird sense of confidence kind of circulating this Nebraska football program right now. Maybe it's because you have a fresh voice in the locker room. Maybe it's because you have the hype videos of Mickey Joseph, standing at the door and high-fiving and dabbing guys up. Why is there a renewed energy and kind of an awkward amount of confidence going into Nebraska's game against Oklahoma here?
Yeah, I think my mindset, my thinking on it is pretty similar to what I think most people's are. Is you had this cloud of Scott Frost hanging over the program, just a cloud of everyone knows what's how important this season, the pressure packed situation of it is. If we don't win enough games, our head coach is going to lose his job. So when the head coach knows that, and then you're trying to impress on your players the importance of the season, but like you have this weird balance of trying your best to keep them loose, but that's impossible because everyone already knows that it's a make or break season. Well, now you have that gone. You know who's going to be your head coach the next 9 games, and there's less pressure to win from that angle. Obviously, there's a new pressure, but a different kind of. If we win enough games, Mickey Joseph, maybe he does wind up getting the head coaching job, or at least a fair shot at it, which I do think he has a legit shot at it. But on top of all that, you have a new, completely different voice, different opinions and philosophies coming in. It's like what Mickey Joseph said on the radio last night. It's a clean slate. He took away the black shirts. He stopped music at practice. He changed up practice times. Just a bunch of little things and big things that are changing. I think you have just a new level of excitement with this quote unquote clean slate that they have.
We're joined by Zack Carpenter of Inside Nebraska here on the Happy Hour. You mentioned that clean slate and a couple changes that he's made, he being the interim head coach, Mickey Joseph. Obviously, they switched up their practice schedule a little bit. He mentioned in his press conference on Tuesday that they're going to give the guys Monday off and make them come in and kind of watch film and recap the game on Sundays now. I guess going into this game tomorrow, how many changes do we expect to see on the field, or do we expect a bulk of them? Because I think there's more coming down the road. Do we expect the bulk of them going on the bye week and heading into Indiana in the next coming weeks?
Yeah, that's a great point, and something I've been thinking of too is how many differences can we see in just 1 week of a new regime and new people in charge? Because like I wrote about, I think that renewed energy and pressure sort of being relieved a little bit, and then you add on the atmosphere of Memorial Stadium. I think that makes a difference, especially early in the game. For this game, I don't think Oklahoma's going to come in and blow them out, but the renewed energy doesn't fix poor angles to the ball and missed tackles and not wrapping up. I mean, you do have the changes of tackling more in practice and the changing in different roles on the defensive staff, but can that really take effect after just 1 week, or will we see more of those changes take place against Indiana and down the road? I think it's the latter, but like the missed tackling issues, they had 29 combined missed tackles in the first 2 games, then 8 last week. So I still think you're going to see more of that. Maybe, certainly you hope less, maybe we'll see less, but no, I'm on board with you guys. I think it would be more of a long-term change.
Now, Zack, I don't feel like I'm alone in thinking this, but although there is a renewed sense of energy going into this Oklahoma game, and maybe some people are predicting a win, some people are predicting still a close game or whatever, I believe that if this change were to come and there was a bye week before the Oklahoma game, that maybe some of the changes would have a more serious impact. But the change in giving some of the defensive coaches more or less responsibility and putting them more with different positions, how much of a change do you think that will help in maybe not the tackling, but less missing of assignments and gap control, as Mickey was talking about on his radio show?
Yeah, well, I think that answer to that's pretty simple. Is like what Mickey said. You only have 2 eyes, so adding more eyes gives more attention to detail in practice leading up and in game situations when you have Eric Chenander back there with the safeties. And I believe he said the safeties and nickels last night on his radio show. It's just it's more of a more hands on deck approach to a group that needs it, because like we've said, or like I've said coming into the season, this secondary group might be the most talented that Travis Fisher's had from top to bottom, but I kept saying all along that maybe that doesn't necessarily mean it's all going to coalesce like perfectly or smoothly, and that there would be some bumps in the road. But if you have another set of eyes back there, just sort of take some duties and able to sort of delegate that amongst more people. Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty simple.
And Zach, how impressive does it? I don't want to get into the who do you believe would be the next head coach. I just want to, how impressive do you think, and how much of a flag does it put up that Mickey Joseph was able to kind of get reaffirming commitments from the Nebraska football commits already in this class?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me, really, if I'm being honest. I know Greg Smith, our senior recruiting analyst, and myself, we talked to some prominent players on the team and on the current team. And like, yeah, we have Mickey Joseph. Like, the vibes are good. We're going to be all right. I think there's always been this belief with him on this staff. There's always been a belief in him from a lot of the guys, and that trickles down to recruiting, where you have guys, Will Watson, every offensive lineman commit, and on the defensive side, the linebackers, they all sort of reaffirm publicly their commitments. And it does show you that Mickey is respected. He's been respected since he was hired here, and there hasn't really been much to show that he shouldn't be. He's an awesome recruiter. He puts in the effort, as you saw last night by going to Malachi Coleman's game with him and Brian Applewhite. There's just a completely different and juiced up feeling and vibe on the recruiting side of things, and it's been that way since these new coaches, like those two guys, when they came in here. So when I was covering recruiting full time for Nebraska, when I started in the summer, it felt like positive story after positive story. But that is the vibe. That is the story. Is that the recruiting efforts have been impacted in a positive way with those guys. So again, it didn't surprise me that Mickey got that sort of reaffirmation.
Couple more before we let you go, Zach. We're speaking to Zack Carpenter of Inside Nebraska here. When we look at tomorrow's game, how do you kind of see it unfolding? Because Nebraska's offense necessarily hasn't been the problem. Oklahoma's defense is better than in years past. Obviously, they have a defensive-minded head coach in Brent Venables, and then Ted Roof is their defensive coordinator, who was an analyst under Venables at Clemson. How do you kind of see tomorrow unfolding, and then give us your prediction if you want to?
Yeah, I mean, like I touched on earlier, I think that this renewed energy it does mean something. It is a thing, and I don't see Nebraska getting run off the field. I don't see a blowout happening. I think they're able to, like you said, with that offense, what they showed me last week and in the Northwestern game for the first 2.5 quarters, I think this offense can put up points, but will it be able to put up enough points against this Jeff Lebby, Dylan Gabriel-led offense, and with that the receiving core they have and the running back Gray that they have? I don't know if they're able to put up 42 points again like they did last week on a Georgia Southern defense, but I do think they can keep up with Oklahoma for a bit. But I do have Oklahoma pulling away with their offense that they have. I just think they'll be up. I think that Nebraska is going to need to win a shootout, but I don't know if they have the guns for it. And I have Oklahoma 38, Nebraska 28. And I know I try my best to keep my score predictions pretty close to what the spread is and the over-under. And the over-under, or the line is Oklahoma -11 right now from BetMGM, and the point total is 65. So
gotcha.
I've got Nebraska covering by a point, and then the over hitting by just 1 point.
Gotcha. Hypothetically speaking, if Nebraska is able to pull out a close one, right? Because you look back at the Frost tenure, and obviously it's old news and it's in the past and we need to bury it. But you look back at the Frost tenure, and there's been a lot of one-score losses and not very many wins, if any, against top 25 opponents. If Mickey Joseph can somehow, hypothetically speaking, pull out a close win against Oklahoma, what's this place going to be like on Monday morning or Saturday night for that matter?
Oh, if that happens, Mickey Joseph is immediately hailed as king of Nebraska. That's the number one thing. Actually, real question for you guys real quick, because I was looking at the numbers because I predicted a double-digit win by Oklahoma. Do you guys remember the last time that Nebraska lost a game by double digits?
Ooh,
no.
It wasn't. It wouldn't have been Ohio State, because it would have been like 2020 season, right? Would it be in Ohio State in that first game of the 2020 season?
So they did lose that game by double digits. It's 52-17. But the last time that Nebraska lost a game by double digits was November 21st, 2020, when they lost 41-23 against Illinois. Those are the two double-digit losses they had that season, and they haven't had one since that Illinois loss. So, like you said, it was the mark of the Scott Frost era to lose these super tight, super close games where they're snatching defeat to a wired jaw shut victory. But if Nebraska is able to actually pull one of those, like you said, like it would be a massive upset. So if they're able to flip this and actually win one of those, I think that I don't know if we want to get dramatic and say it's a new dawn of Nebraska football.
Yeah.
The Joseph era officially begins, but it would be a huge, huge boon for the rest of this and just will give a completely 180-degree shift, new tenor around this entire season.
That would be insane. Non-Nebraska related question here. Did you see the reports that says Texas spent $280,000 in 48 hours the weekend that Arch Manning was on campus visiting?
No, I saw on Twitter. I saw the tweet and the story, and I didn't have a chance to read it. But I guess it doesn't surprise me. It's Arch Manning.
Yeah.
I don't know what your guys' feelings are.
Here's
his actual quarterback prospect, but
yeah,
the money to try to get the big dog.
Here's what they gave him in that 48 hours. Airfare and cars were paid for, obviously, because it was an official visit. They put him up in a 5-star hotel. His parents got an open bar the entire weekend. Custom cakes were made for Arch Manning. A all-inclusive, all-exclusive Top Golf excursion, an ice sculpture of Arch Manning in his room, and a lake cruise.
What?
There was an ice sculpture.
Where you lose me, because everything else is like, yeah, it's over the top, but the ice sculpture is a little. I mean,
was it
surprised that he committed there? I think that's a little too much.
Was it an ice sculpture of himself, or was it an ice sculpture of like a Longhorn logo?
I think it was of himself. It was an ice sculpture of Arch Manning.
That'd be weird.
How would you feel? How would you feel if you walked into a hotel room, Zach, and there was just an ice sculpture of you next to all this Longhorn gear?
Okay, well, I'm a little different. I would love that. I'd be like, oh, okay, maybe I am a bigger deal than I think I am. Or maybe I am exactly as big of a deal as
I am important.
Would like to think.
That's wild. All right, Zach. Hey, man, appreciate the time as always. Good stuff. Have a good time tomorrow at the game. Enjoy Nebraska, Oklahoma. We'll talk to you next Friday.
All right, appreciate you guys.
That is Zack Carpenter of Inside Nebraska. Appreciate him. His prediction: the defense is the issue. Offense, he thinks they'll be able to put up points, just not enough because this defense for Nebraska it just struggles a little bit too much. So Mr. Unlimited says, did this guy watch the first 3 games? Our defense is the issue. Our offense will be fine. That's what Zach was saying.
Said.
Here's the thing.
Well,
if Nebraska puts up 28 or 35 points, a lot of times that should be enough to win a football game.
I mean, putting up 28 points is impressive, but I mean, you get stopped twice. You get stopped twice.
That's the thing. The problem is Oklahoma has a decent defense, a pretty good defense. The one position group that they're worried about is their offensive line. So, all right, let's take our final timeout. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about that Arch Manning official visit weekend where he was given an ice sculpture. We'll talk about that with Strick and Nate coming up next in the crossover as we wrap up the show. Happy hour on a Friday on 93.7 The Ticket.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. More of the happy hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club, or space club, and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? No, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco baskets. Grab the crew and head on over Monday nights or any night. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
Need service on your home air conditioner? No matter what brand you have, just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealership, is searching for mechanics of all skill levels to grow with us. Landmark offers a competitive wage, full benefits package, along with paid time off within just 60 days of employment, as well as a 401k and a boot and clothing allowance. Interested in becoming a part of the Landmark difference? Apply now at landmarkimp.com/careers or contact Deanna 402-310-7561 or email careers@landmarkimp.com. That's landmarkimp.com. Landmark Implement is the equal opportunity employer.
Wow. Did you ever save me money on my car?
Yes, that's why our customers keep coming back.
How do you do it, friendly car dealer ?
We simply have low overhead and high trade-in values. The next line's yours.
Oh.
Ready for something better? Mullen Motors is a no-hassle, no-pressure dealership with financing available. Check out the inventory at MikeMullenMotors.com.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606. Or learn more at high-electric.com.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank. A relationship you can count on.
Cloudy skies this morning should give way to afternoon sunshine. We'll top out near 85. Winds fairly light out of the south at around 10. Overnight, mostly cloudy with a low of 68. We'll see a chance of scattered thunderstorms tomorrow morning and another slight chance of storms late in the day tomorrow as we heat back up to 89. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I grew up hearing that women are bad with money. But like many of you, I spent years paying bills, managing checking accounts, and taking care of my family. So turns out women are pretty good with money after all. And now I'm taking control of my financial future by saving for retirement. It's never too late to start, and there's a great website to help you. Check out WeSaySaveIt.org and jumpstart your retirement savings on your budget and your timeline. That's WeSaySaveIt.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary, sponsored by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in to the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert, Enrique Alvarez Clary, Nathan Brennan with you. Strick will join us momentarily for the crossover. Happy Friday. We're getting you ready for Nebraska, Oklahoma. And there's no better way to do it than with Timmy Trumpet. And here we go, folks. Get ready. Get your trumpets out wherever you're at. In the car, at home, we don't care. Get them out ready. Here we go. If there's one thing that we can guarantee here on the Happy Hour is that we have the hypest music.
We will get you hyped.
I just want to say to all the sticks in the mud that say that song should stay with the Mets.
Whoa,
Edwin
Eric says
Diaz.
this song sucks.
No, there's people that say it should
Whoa.
stick with Edwin Diaz. No, absolutely not. Play whenever you guys want. Good for you.
Can't hear you over the trumpet. Good.
Stick it
Good.
to him.
AJ says I am 100,000% out on Timmy Trumpet. What is this?
Telling you. People,
Well,
people
AJ,
I'm
Eric,
telling
and Ryan, you're
it's a
wrong.
thing. It's a thing.
Hey, that's Hutzel.
It's a thing.
Hutzel, text me personally if you're gonna yell at me. Trumpet is garbage. What is the deal? Everybody's just raining on our parade on Fridays.
You guys are just
How's
mad. You guys are just mad because you don't have the trumpet in your life.
That is true. Okay, this is a good point. They ruined the song when they played it and we lost to Georgia Southern.
Well,
that's a good point.
Well, guess what?
But
Nebraska volleyball played it and they won.
They tried.
No, they lost.
No, the
Also,
first time they played it, they won.
Is
The
the
second
light
time.
show? Is the light show dead?
Somebody says I
No.
prefer Tommy Trombone instead of Timmy Trumpet. Anyway, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
All right, so Eric says this. Is it more likely than we're all wrong or you two fools are? There's three of us.
It's more likely that you're all wrong. You know why?
Yeah.
Because I have the microphone.
That's a good point, Rico. That's the way to call it. Okay, Nathan. Hello.
What's going on?
You look
Hello.
dapper today.
Thank you. I just came off the anchor desk, so I had to give the great people of Lincoln, Nebraska, and honestly, over into Central Nebraska too. I had to give everyone the news today. It went well. We had some fun stories, letting people know what's going on around town, and now we get to talk about Nebraska football. So my
Exactly.
days. This is honestly a perfect Friday for me.
Yeah.
I get to wear my tie. I get to show up you clowns because you're.
Oh, we're clowns?
Nice to know that I'm the only one that dresses up around here.
What am I wearing?
He's wearing a great polo. I'm wearing a great quarter zip. What are you talking about?
What are you
Wearing a
talking?
tie.
Jake is wearing
Wearing a
golf.
tie and a button
Jake is
down,
wearing golf
man.
pants and a polo.
You know
What
what,
are you
I
talking
should have
about?
brought in my suit jacket too.
Okay,
Thank
you know what?
Ryan.
You know what?
Thank you, Ryan. You're right. Thank you. I do look grown up. I appreciate that. I wore my glasses today too. Got to read my notes.
I wear my glasses every day.
That is true. Well, actually, I have to wear my
Yeah.
glasses because
Glasses. That's a bad stereotype. I don't like that.
What?
That glasses just automatically there's a stereotype out there that glasses just automatically make you smarter.
Well,
That's not a bad stereotype.
It's false. I know a lot
can't-
of dumb people with glasses, and there's 2 of them right here.
Well, what is that right? Look at you and then look at me. Look at you and then look at
What
me.
are you trying to say?
Who's wearing a
Hey.
tie and a button down?
Hey, guess what?
Who's on TV and who's on the radio?
Yeah, how about that?
Who's graduated college?
That's
Yeah,
nothing I can
yeah.
control. What you want me? You want me
You're too dumb to graduate college.
You
That's what
wanted me
that
to
is.
graduate in 2 years? Is that what we want?
Well, looks like you haven't
Honestly,
graduated yet. So
maybe.
Honestly, you should have.
But no, I can't
What are you
read it.
thinking?
you dummy.
If I don't, well, I usually wear contacts, but my allergies been so bad I had to take them out. But my glass, I can't read the teleprompter without glasses.
Really?
I can't read it.
How fast does the teleprompter move?
It depends on your like cadence. So I talk a little bit faster, so mine will go a little bit faster. But I actually tell them sometimes like slow it down a little bit so I don't talk as fast.
Have you ever
Fast talker.
Do you say everything that's on the teleprompter?
No, I'm not Ron Burgundy. Great. I did make a reference though.
I know, that's why I said that.
Anchorman, honestly, that is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. Because if you work in TV, obviously it's not identical. But there are so
No, it's
many
not.
times
Are you sure?
I'll watch. Yeah, that's not how the industry works.
Do you
But there's
have-
sometimes I'll watch, I'll be like, oh my gosh, like that is the most like newsroom thing I've ever seen in my life. It's
Do
pretty
you
cool.
have cologne that smells like gasoline?
No. It's called Sex Panther.
It's got bits of real panther in it, so you know it's real.
No, I don't. And I only wear cologne when I'm gonna. I don't wear cologne when I go into work.
Trust me, we know.
Is that right? Is that right? I
You smell right.
Because you
Yeah.
stink.
Honestly, because you guys said that, I'm gonna start coming from the gym. I go home first and shower because I like to be a
Please
good
do.
coworker. I want to be a good coworker because this is a small space.
It is.
and it smells like dude.
You're gonna have
So
to
if you
sit in
wanted
here
to
with,
make no,
you're
if
gonna
you
have to
want
sit in here with Strick.
yeah.
So good luck
So
with
you
that.
guys did this to
The
Strick.
crossover is dead. Is dying.
Yeah, the crossover's done. You guys decided this.
No. Here's the thing: Strick is too kind to say anything.
He really is.
But when you get
He
in here
is.
with DP and Jay, they're gonna let you have it.
Yeah,
they're gonna let you
yeah.
have
Jay
it.
will light you up.
He will.
Jay will be like, "Man, what you smell? You smell like ass over there."
Yeah. Well,
Smell like a
Dusty says
dumpster.
Nate is self-proclaimed smartest person there. Glasses or no glasses. I want to make it known though, when I said that soundbite, awesome soundbite by the way. It's great for the start of our show. It's because I was in the room with you idiots. So I said, guess who's the smartest person in the room? And I stand by that.
No.
I disagree.
This was not when I was with
I
J and
disagree.
DP, and it
Hard
certainly wasn't when I was with Strick. It was
Hard
when I was with you fools. And
What
I
about
said,
Bob?
I'm the smartest
Are you
person
sure you
in the
didn't say it was
Bob?
Bob?
Might have been in the room too.
You are the smartest.
Might have been in the
You are the
room,
smartest
too.
person on that side of the table.
Hey, come on now,
All right, fair
Come on.
enough.
I'll give you that.
I'll take that.
Nathan. If you had to choose, what'd you get on your ACT, Rico?
I didn't take the ACT. Actually,
Yeah, you took an SAT.
I took the SAT.
Really?
East
I did.
Coast.
I don't
Yeah,
understand
I
that
took the
whole
SAT.
scoring system.
East Coast. You
I
have
don't
to
get
take
it
the
either.
ACT.
And actually, the year after I graduated, they made it easier
Mm.
because when I took it, you lost a quarter point if you got a question wrong. So you would basically you'd have to guess or whatever. Now, if you get it wrong, you don't miss any points.
Folks should just
What
get
are
away
we
from
teaching our children?
folks should just get away from
Something
standardized
when you
testing.
don't answer it.
Yeah.
Folks should just get away from
I think I
standardized
got
testing.
I think I got a 25. I took it once.
Okay.
The night after we
So
the
I'd-
day after we played Millard North.
I'd
So my
take-
head was still ringing.
I take back the part about him being smarter than me.
What did you get?
28.
Good for you.
Thank you.
I took it one time.
So say
Did you
we
do
all
ACT
pool
prep?
our money together.
Huh?
Did you do ACT prep?
Of course he did. Look at
No.
him. Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
I don't believe that for a second.
Only prep thing I took was driver's ed. Like I did the little driver's ed class.
Maybe I should have taken the driver's ed.
You definitely should have.
But I don't know. I think I got like an 11 something on the SAT. If we're
Really?
gonna pool our money together,
I don't know what a good score in the
and
SAT
we need to find an equivalency thing. There's got to be something online. We're gonna pool our money together, and I'm gonna take the ACT.
Okay.
It's hard, man. I didn't. I was bad.
I was
bad
gonna-
at tests.
I was
That's
gonna
why.
terrible at
That's a
testing,
big
too.
reason why I went into the major that I did. I mean, obviously, I knew I wanted to do sports broadcasting for a while, but that's what made Nebraska's program appealing to me. There's not a whole lot of written tests. It's a lot of semester long projects. So you just keep on working on it every single week, and then by the time the semesters end, it's just all finished.
That's why I did terrible in finance.
I
My
was
two
gonna-
GPAs look exactly the opposite.
Nay.
'Cause I have
So
a finance
get
degree
this.
too.
Yeah, I know you do.
Terrible.
So
I'm not saying my GPA on
my
there. I
freshman.
refuse.
So get this. My freshman year, first class I went to was finance like 350. I didn't understand how the numbering system worked either. As a freshman,
What advisor?
And it was
you
like
take finance 350 as a
I walked
journalism
in.
major.
I walked into that thing because I was like, you know what? I want to learn about budget. I want to learn about tax. Like I want to learn all that.
You don't.
So then I walk in. I kid you not. This is a true story. Walk in, sit down in the big business college. It was right after the Cobb was built, the College of Business downtown by the stadium.
I'm welcome there all the time.
It's a great place. Awesome place to study. Cool little building and everything.
The Cobb.
The Cobb.
That's great.
Anyway. So anyway, you walk into the Cobb, sit down there, giant lecture hall. I'm not used to those big lecture halls. 350 students in the one class. The guy was like, I'm serious here. The professor, first thing he says, all right, by Thursday, this is on Tuesday. By Thursday's class, I need you to look at chapters 1 through 4, write down all 25 vocabulary words for each chapter, and do definitions on them as well. I sat there my first semester. This is my first ever college class at Nebraska. I stood up and I walked out of that class and I dropped it the next day. I dropped that class. So I still have not taken a finance class because I'm sitting here going, I am not doing 100 vocab words on the first day of
I'm
some
surprised it's
class.
vocab words. So I think the worst class I ever took was a 3,000. So we did 1,000. I took a 3,000 level financial analytics class. And our math problems would be that you would be given the problem. So it's just like a small word problem. You have the rest of the sheet of paper. They have an arrow. You go to the back, and then there's another scratch sheet of paper. So one question would basically be 4 pages.
Wow.
They let you use a calculator, but you had to show your work. Oh,
I went into college.
Horrible.
I went into college as a biology major.
Really?
That's right. I
So-
remember you telling me that.
And the only reason I dropped it is because I had to take chemistry and I didn't get a high enough score on my ACT. I got a 19 on the math portion. I'm terrible at math. I'm not afraid to say that.
Yeah. No, I used to be
had
really
to
good
take,
at math
like, college
until
algebra.
I was on like algebra 2, and then it just got too much.
Yeah, I did take college algebra. I failed it twice.
Really?
Not a fan. So then I switched my major.
I took I had my advisor give me the easiest math class, and that's been my only night class was math, and you couldn't understand the teacher, but we somehow passed it.
You know what? My wife makes a good point. She just texted me. She says, "So Nick left a class because of vocab words, and he now speaks for a living."
Vocab words involved in finance and money. I didn't want to do that.
You left for words, and now you do.
I was sitting there like,
this is man. It's hard.
No, I sat there and I thought to myself, this is the first day of homework. I got to do 4 chapters of vocab, and there's 25 vocab words per chapter. So 100 vocab words. And I got to get it done in 2 days. And I also got 12 other credit hour classes I got to do. It's like, no way. So I walked out. I stood up and I walked out. But it's okay. The professor didn't see me. Why? Because there were 350 students in there. I was like,
I almost applied to Syracuse. So I was going to have to take the SAT.
They're going to be dropping
Syracuse,
like flies.
I got waitlisted at Syracuse.
Didn't want to. Didn't want to take another test.
They're going to be. See, I never. Qdoba guy says I took Calc 1 through 4 and it sucked. I never got that far. I never got to Calc. Pius offered, like senior year, I could either go to Calc 1 or I could take advanced math. And I was like, advanced math.
Give me advanced math.
This made me reminisce. I was good at math. I was really good at math.
I'm terrible with
it. The only reason I went into finance because I was like, all right, like this whole journalism thing doesn't work out. I'll go into finance.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at math. Science.
See, like
I know literally nothing.
Science is my least favorite subject. Gentlemen.
I love science.
Do you know the periodic
science and
table?
English. No, I do not.
Ooh, you know what I liked?
Helium.
Punnett squares.
Or no, hydrogen.
Did you guys ever do Punnett squares?
Probably.
What's number 1?
Where it's like with the genes and everything.
Hydrogen?
I don't know.
Or is it helium?
It's definitely not helium.
Wait, Downtown Scott. That's the math class I took at UNL. Contemporary math. It's the easiest math class. Sorry, Downtown Scott. It's the easiest to out you, but it's the easiest math class at UNL. It is the easiest one. Contemporary math. So.
I had a friend that I'm not going to name him. He took like remedial English that all of the
exchange
students, all the Asian exchange students took. He failed it.
Oh no, that's wild. All right, we should probably get out of here. This is not where this segment was supposed to go, but
I still want to know the number 1 in the periodic table. I think it's hydrogen.
Ask the text line. They know.
No,
don't look it up. The text line knows.
Wait, no. Paul F says frat boy roundtable. I was not in a frat. Didn't even think about joining the frat.
Not in a frat. Nope.
Yeah, we're not all frats.
I'm listening on my phone and Rayleigh to hear football, GBR. Shout out to Colt 45.
See, here we go. Newt, here we go. Is this sports show or a college class resume show? Well, normally it's a sports show, but this last segment, it was a college resume show.
Shout out to college.
Shout out to
UNK,
college.
go Lopes. Throw your Lopes, baby.
It is hydrogen.
Aha, how about that? Maybe I'm good at science.
What
said
isn't
it was
there?
helium.
No, I said maybe helium.
That's awesome. All right, we're done for today. Rico, what's your prediction here really quickly?
I think Nebraska loses by 7 points, 38-31.
I'm going to say Nebraska wins 38-35. There you go. Nebraska wins a close one, their first one with Mickey Joseph. We're done. Talk to you guys tomorrow at the pregame show. See ya.
Adios.
Problem gambling affects more than the gambler. It affects spouses,